Hello everyone, good morning and assalamu alaikum. So how are you today? Can you please type in the chat box, how are you today? I'd like to see your answer first. So in the Zoom, you got it, it's called chat. So if you click there, so you can type like as you did before on YouTube. So make sure you are typing very quickly on the chat box so that your teacher can understand you and they can ask you questions very quickly and you can answer them. So today this is not my class, this is the class. It will be conducted by Steve. So if you know Steve, please type in the chat box Steve. I'd like to see how many of you'd like to already know that Steve, he's gonna take today's class. Type in the chat box very quickly, Steve. Okay, thank you for responding. So I'd like to give you two more updates very quickly right now. So first thing is you have got a IELTS orientation class tomorrow and day after tomorrow, right? So we have got two more teachers. So one of them will take the class tomorrow and the other teacher will take the class day after tomorrow, 9 a.m. in the same time, right? So in the same place. That's not going to be on Zoom, that's going to be on YouTube. So make sure you mark the calendars. So if you really understood me, please type in the chat box orientation tomorrow and day after tomorrow. I'd like to make sure you know it. Orientation class will gonna be held on tomorrow and day after tomorrow. So IELTS, and that class is very, very important because in that class, so every teacher will give you some sort of a strategy. They will ask you to buy some materials, books, and all that stuff. So if you don't do the class, that means you miss the whole roadmap, right? So type in the chat box roadmap. So if you'd like to understand the whole roadmap of the IELTS course, so you got to join the orientation class tomorrow and day after tomorrow. So type in the chat box roadmap. I'd like to see how many of you would like to join an IELTS class. And also you have got another good news is we're going to do some practice class after orientation class, probably 1 or 2. So I will confirm it day after tomorrow. So once we do the second orientation class, so I'll confirm you whether how many classes we're going to take. So it's going to be 1 or 2 classes. So make sure you join those classes as well, right? So I don't like to take a lot of time here. I'm just waiting for Mr. Steve once he's here. So I'll just take you on the board. So he's not here in a moment, so he's going to be here, right? So next question I'm going to ask you, I can see a lot of students are here. So how many of you have done the 12 days speaking challenge with me? Type in the chat box 12 days speaking challenge. Just I'm curious, how many of you have done 12 days speaking challenge? So if you did 12 days speaking challenge with me, please type in the chat box 12 days speaking challenge. Okay, thank you for responding. So if you haven't done the 12 days speaking challenge and if you'd like to do it, so make sure you join us next month. So my colleagues, they will invite you in our subgroup and all the communication will happen there and just you're gonna take from there. Okay, so I can see a lot of students are here. They have done 12 days speaking challenge. Excellent, congratulations. And now my question is, so how many homeworks have you submitted so far? Please type in the chat box. How many homeworks have you submitted so far? Type in the chat box very quickly. I'd like to see the number of homeworks you have submitted. Okay, so I can see a lot of comments, 11. So if you have completed 11 homework, that means you're updated, right? You're winning this challenge. And if you haven't done it, so make sure you do as soon as possible. So before starting today's class, I'd like to give you the homework as well. So make sure you do this homework. So this is the homework. So the homework is this lesson with a native British teacher. So you need to talk 4 to 5 minutes regarding this topic. So you need to start with who was the teacher. So you should say the name and how long did you enjoy the class? Did you understand his lecture? What did you learn from him? And share experience with us, for example, whatever. is going to happen in this class. So probably from the beginning, you don't know, you're not sure what's going to happen. You are little bit excited and also afraid of, understanding his accent. So probably after a certain period of time, you will start understanding him and you will realize him what he's teaching to you. So next is, okay, so if you have got 40 classes, okay, so I think we're gonna, so he's gonna take like 5 classes with you. So if you get 5 classes with Steve and 40 classes with other teachers, so would it be very good in English and you're gonna get 7+ in IELTS or not? So that's the thing, there's gonna be a homework. So anyway, my colleague, so she's gonna update you with this homework. Now, how many of you know that we are offering free IELTS course? Type in the chat box, I'd like to see. How many of you know that we are offering free IELTS course? So if you know we are offering free IELTS course, please type in the chat box, free IELTS course. Very quickly. Please type in the chat box, free IELTS course. Just I'm curious. How many of you know that we are offering free IELTS course? Quickly, please type in the chat box, free IELTS course. Very quickly, please type in the chat box, free IELTS course. Very quickly, please type in the chat box, free IELTS course. Okay, so I can see a lot of comments. So let me read out some comments very quickly. Okay, so Rotin Deb said, free IELTS course, thank you for responding. MD Kai says, free IELTS course, thank you for responding. So John said, free IELTS course, thank you for responding. Akram, thank you for responding. Savir Khan, thank you for responding. SM Muhaiminul Islam, thank you for responding. So Sipar Hossain said, free IELTS course, thank you for responding. Ume Habib said, free IELTS course, thank you for responding. So, you know, the free IELTS course, and the class will be, so orientation class will be tomorrow and day after tomorrow. So can you please type in the chat box what time your class will be starting tomorrow and day after tomorrow? Please type in the chat box. I'd like to make sure you know it. Very quickly, please type in the chat box. Very quickly, please type in the chat box what time. So yeah, 2 p.m. BD time, that's right, and 9 a.m. UK time. 9 a.m. UK time. So make sure you mark your calendar. 9 a.m. UK time. Okay. So today, basically, Mr. Steve, he's gonna teach you how to get 7+ in IELTS exam. How to get 7+ in IELTS exam. So please type in the chat box. What's the topic today? So what is Mr. Steve is gonna teach you? Type in the chat box very quickly. I'd like to see. Type in the chat box how to get 7+ in IELTS exam. Okay, how to get 7+ in IELTS exam. Yeah, thank you, Emil, for responding. Very quickly, please type in the chat box. Very quickly, please type in the chat box. How to get 7+ in IELTS exam. Okay, thank you for responding. Thank you for responding. Thank you so much. Thank you very much for responding. Okay, so I can see a lot of students are typing how to get 7+ in IELTS exam. Okay, thank you. Thank you for responding. I appreciate that. And now the next question I'm going to ask you. So once you get 6 or 7 in IELTS exam, which country you'd like to go to? Which country you'd like to go to? Type in the chat box very quickly. Which country you'd like to go to? Very quickly, type in the chat box which country you'd like to go to. Okay, I can see a lot of comments, a lot of countries you'd like to go to, right? Thank you. Thank you. So Jasmine said USA or UK. Okay. Moshe said Canada. As I said Australia. The person said UK. Enamul said UK. Okay, US or Canada. Okay, thank you. Gulam Japan, thank you for responding. Switzerland, USA, New Zealand. Okay, thank you for responding. Dikai says, okay, thank you for responding. Okay, I got it. Got it. Thank you. And now, so who has completed who is doing the 12 days speaking challenge? So one of our classes was how to get UK visa for UK, US, and Canada. So how many of you know that the whole blueprint? I mean, how much money do you need? What sort of requirements, English requirements you need to fulfill? And what else? When should you apply? And in your application, where should you focus? How should be your CV and personal statement? So you know the whole blueprint. All right. So please type in the chat box blueprint if you know exactly what you need to know to go to that country. So please type in the chat box blueprint. I'd like to see. I'd like to see how many of you know exactly what you need to know. So please type in the chat box blueprint. Okay, thank you. Thank you for responding. Okay, I appreciate that. So, okay, so a lot of students, you know already the blueprint to fly your dream country. Excellent. Thank you. Thank you for responding. So now I'd like to ask you. So what should be your IELTS score to fly to that country? Type in the chat box. Okay, let me rephrase it. So what is your expected IELTS score? Type in the chat box. What is your expected IELTS score? Or what is the band you need to fly that country? Type in the chat box very quickly. I'd like to see. So there are a lot of students I can see. By the way, Steve, if you are here, please turn on your video and take over from me. But I can't see you yet. Okay, so type in the chat box, what is your expected score? Thank you. Thank you so much for responding. Okay. Thank you for responding. Okay, and the next question is, how much money do you need to fly that country? How much money do you need to fly that country? Please type in the chat box. How much money do you need to fly that country, to study that country? Please type in the chat box. How much money do you need to fly that particular country? Okay, so said 5 lakh minimum. Email said 10 to 20 lakhs. Cypher said 13 lakhs, 8 lakh, 12 lakh. Okay, 14 lakh. Okay, thank you. Thank you for responding. Thank you for responding. Okay, so yeah, that means you know the blueprint. I'm really glad to know that you know exactly. So if you don't know me, because there are a lot of students, I'm so sorry I didn't introduce myself. So my name is Hassan Habib, and I'm the CEO of Hasselhoff Education. So we have got 3 offices in the United Kingdom. So one is London, the other one is Birmingham, the other one is Manchester. Right. So what do we do? Basically, we help the students to get into the university in UK, US, and Canada. And we also recruit local students, I mean, who are living here, I mean, who was born and brought up here. So we help them to get into the university. And also we help international students to study in the UK, US, and Canada. And our service is completely free. So we do not charge even a single penny. And also we give a lot of services, for example, from A to Z, I mean, from application to visa application. Once you get the visa, we are not giving you promise, but what do? We try our best to find an accommodation, especially in the UK. And also, what do? We keep supporting them until they get settlement, right? So This is not the a commercial relationship with you, that you came through us, though you didn't pay us even a single penny. We are the university partners, so we get paid by the university. And however, we keep supporting you until you get settlement. So especially if you come to the UK. Right. So I got a question is, where is your Sylhet office? So is it it's in Westwall Shopping Center. Okay, so I think you have got invitation from someone else. Just ask him the address, and my colleague will give you the address. Okay, so please type in the chat box free service, if you understand me, the way we provide the service. And also, you have done, or you are doing what is called 12 days speaking challenge, and this is completely free. So you got 12 classes. This is a mini course, and most of our students, once they go through this program, they understand it, and they do the presentation every single day, and this is how they became fluent in English. So if you have got someone else who are the beginners who would like to start this course, so make sure you invite them. You tell them that Hasselhoff Education, they offer free English course every single month. So if you follow me right, please type in the chat box every single month. Right, so every single month we offer a course. It's called 12 days speaking challenge, and you also know that we have got, so please type in chat box every single month. Yeah, so that's right, every single month we offer this course, 12 days speaking challenge. So I would definitely recommend you to join one of the courses to polish your basic English, and if you don't have the basic, then you can build it up. And after that, if you jump into IELTS course, that's going to help a lot. Because if you don't have the basic in IELTS, then it's going to be really tough or difficult to get even 6, right? So the true thing is, from South Asian countries like Bangladesh, India, and Pakistan, so most of the students, they can't get even 5.5, and their average score is 5.5. And the true thing is, the reason they are not getting more than 5.5 is they don't have a very strong basic in English. That's why they don't have the foundation. So what we are trying to do here is providing a 12 days speaking challenge. Is would like to build your basic English. So once you build up your basic English, then you can, once you have got your foundation, then you can build first floor, second floor, third floor, fourth floor. You can improve one and one. So that's the most important thing. And also recently we have decided that we're gonna give you IELTS free course, and tomorrow you have got a class, and day after tomorrow you have got another class. Both classes are orientation from 2 teachers. So make sure you come to the class on time for the orientation class. And one of our teachers, so he has got 8.5 in IELTS out of 9. So if you heard me right, please type in chat box 8.5. Please type in the chat box 8.5. Yeah, type in the chat box 8.5. So he is a British Council teacher. So he was the British Council teacher. So he used to work in a British Council. Now he in Bangladesh. Now he lives in the UK, and he is gonna take your class, right? So make sure you attend his class on time, and you submit your homework every single day, right? So he has got 8.5 out of 9. So some of the students, they say, how can I get a better score in IELTS exam? So if your teacher, if your instructor doesn't have the best score in IELTS, how they're going to teach you to get a better score in IELTS exam? So make sure whom you are learning from. So what's the score of your teacher? Make sure, this is not mandatory, but it helps a lot, because once someone knows that, okay, I got 8.5 in IELTS, so now I know how to teach and how to help students to get 8.5 as well, right? So make sure you confirm that whom you are learning from. And our second teacher, so he is living in United Kingdom as well, and he has got British Council fully funded scholarship. I know there are a lot of students, they would like to go for fully funded scholarship. So you will have a teacher who has got fully funded British Council scholarship, right? He didn't pay even a single penny for his tuition fees, and his score is 8 in IELTS. So please type in the chat box. Our second instructor, he has got 8 in IELTS. So if you heard me right, please type in the chat box 8. Please type in the chat box 8. Very quickly, please type in the chat box 8. Okay, so Steve just messaged me. He said he's a little bit late because he was dropping his kids to the school and it was traffic. That's why he's on the way and he's setting up his computer. Right, so in a moment he'll be here. So yeah, so our second student instructor, he has got 8 in IELTS, and we have got another teacher, Steve. He's a native teacher, IELTS instructor, and yeah, so most of our students, they have got a strong desire to speak like a native speaker. So that's why we have given you the native speaker so that you can learn from him directly. Right, so how many of you are really excited to learn from Steve? Please type in the chat box excited. I'd like to see how many of you are really excited to learn from Steve. Please type in the chat box excited. Okay, thank you. Thank you. Thank you for responding. Thank you for responding. So I can see a lot of comments over there. Thank you for responding. So now I'm gonna share with you some sort of what is called mandatory things you need to understand. So if you'd like to get a better score in IELTS exam, if you'd like to study abroad, if you'd like to change your life through education, so you got to have 2 things. Only 2 things you got to have. Number 1 is commitment. Number 2 is consistency. Please type in the chat box commitment and consistency. Commitment and consistency. Type in the chat box commitment and consistency. So these are the 2 things you got to have if you'd like to get a better school IELTS exam, whatever it is. So these are the 2 things you got to have: commitment and consistency. And make sure you spell right, because in your listening test, so if you make mistakes in your spelling, so you're going to lose the mark. So make sure you practice it. Commitment and consistency. Right. So how many of you are really committed? I'd like to see how many of you are really committed to get a better score in IELTS exam and to study abroad and change your life through education. Type in the chat box very quickly. How many of you are really committed? Please type in the chat box committed. I am committed. I'd like to see. I'd like to see how many of you are really committed. Type in the chat box, I am committed. Okay, thank you. So you put an extra thing, really. I liked it. I'm really committed. Yeah, it sounds better even. I am committed. And the second question I'm going to ask you is, how many of you are really keep the consistency? So please type in the chat box consistent. I'd like to see how many of you are really keep the consistency, so that every single day you have got a certain routine, so you follow that exact routine, and then at the end of the day you achieve so much. So please type in the chat box consistent. Okay, so okay, now I'm gonna say something is very, very important. So now you are promising me that you are committed and you are consistent. So if you are, then no one can stop you to achieve your goal, right? So if you are committed and consistent, that means you gotta see your success. So now you have promised me that you're gonna follow these 2 things. One is commitment, the other is consistency. So please type in the chat box promised. I'd like to see how many of you are promising me that you got to be committed and consistent. So please type in the chat box promised. I'd like to see. Okay, thank you. Thank you for responding. Thank you for responding. Okay. Yeah, so okay. Thank you. Thank you for responding. Thank you for responding. Excellent. Excellent. Okay. So lastly, I'd like to give you some sort of information. So the information is, okay, we give a lot of stuff on YouTube, right? Our live class is on YouTube. So make sure you shouldn't miss it. So once you finish this class with Mr. Steve, make sure you go to our YouTube channel, Hassel Free Education, and you should subscribe it to get updated. Because if you have got something to do, if you have got something to offer, first of all, we have updated on YouTube. So make sure you subscribe our YouTube channel. So please type in chat box, subscribe. I'd like to see how many of you would like to subscribe. So please type in the chat box, subscribe. Thank you. So Mr. Steve, welcome. So just I'm trying to find you because so many students are here. Okay, so make sure. Okay, Steve, thank you. Got you. So thank you for joining us today. The students are really excited. They would like to have a class with you. So yeah, so I'd like to hand over the class to you. So please conduct the class and teach them as much as you can. So thank you. Still you are muted, I think.
Okay, thank you. I've tried to unmute a couple of times. Hello, good morning from England, and good afternoon or good evening to you wherever you are. My name is Steve. I really apologize for coming so late. Had some problems here. So welcome, and I trust this class will be very useful for you. Good afternoon. Some people saying good morning, good afternoon. Thank you. Let me open the chat box so I can see better. Okay. So my name is Steve. I'm an English teacher. I'm British. But I have lived in Thailand and other countries. I've taught English in Thailand and in Britain and online to people from many countries. And I have been helping people with IELTS, with the IELTS exam for some years as well. So today we are going to look at how to get a score of 7 or band of 7+ in the IELTS exam for speaking. So I'm sure you have been studying or getting help with reading and writing and listening maybe. It's easier to find practice online for reading and listening, but for speaking and writing, it's better to have somebody teaching you and practicing with you. So let's begin. Thank you everyone for your greetings. Good mornings and good afternoons. No good evenings. Okay. All right. So let me open, let me share this presentation with you. One moment. It's coming very slowly. Okay. So I'm just going to use a few slides from my normal IELTS preparation course presentation. This is me in with my family. So just ignore the part about weeks, that's for the course with me, but these 3 parts reflect or show the 3 parts of the exam. The speaking exam, the first part is like a conversation, like 2 people having a chat, talking together, asking about their home, family, work, or studies, just simple things like that, and hobbies, interests, your country. So we will look at some examples and practice a little bit of part 1 with the simple questions, maybe 12 simple questions with short answers, just like a conversation, having a chat together. but the examiner asks you questions and you answer, and then they ask you another question. So you don't need to ask them questions. That's part one of the exam, part one of the speaking exam. In part two, it's I call it a short talk, but on the official pages it's the long term, because it's only you speaking, just you talking for 1 minute or 2 minutes. So they will give you a topic and some ideas and you speak. But you have some time to prepare, to get ready. Part three is a formal discussion, or it's more like at university in a small group, talking about some academic things, some studies, some big topic like the environment, the economy, education, things like that. So that's at a higher level. So part one, just easy questions and answers. Part two, talk for a long time, only you. And part three is questions and answers both ways. Talking more at a general academic level about problems in the world and how we can help, things like that. So let's just check the chat, and thank you. So let's move on. So 4 areas they are going to check in the exam. Don't worry if these are big words for you, it's okay. Fluency is you can speak continually, you can flow like a river, keep speaking and speaking, not stopping. So if I'm going, hi, my name is Steve. I come from Britain. That's not fluent, no fluency. So we want to be flowing. Hello, my name is Steve. I'm from Britain. I'm a teacher. That's fluent. So fluency and coherence is fitting together. So using and, but, because. After that, these words that connect sentences, connect ideas together. Sorry if I'm talking too fast sometimes. So grammar, I'm sure you know grammar, how to put the sentence together using verb, the right verb tense, like I go every day, I went yesterday, I will go tomorrow, and more advanced, more difficult grammar as well. Excuse me. Vocabulary is words. Do you know lots of words? Can you say one thing in 2 different ways? Can you use easy everyday language, talking about home and family and friends? And can you use higher vocabulary words like education and phrases like in my opinion and things like that? So a higher level of vocabulary as well. And finally, pronunciation. Can you speak English clearly in a way that native speakers can understand easily? So that includes saying the words in the right way, also intonation, going up and down, and connecting words together. So everything helps in understanding. So I find usually people from South Asia usually have very good vocabulary. You know, lots of good words and phrases, and usually the pronunciation is okay. Sometimes some people have more clear pronunciation. Some people would need to improve that, make it more clear. Lots of good grammar, but also many little mistakes, many little grammar mistakes. So that's something to check and work on. Fluency, it depends. Some people have very good fluency. Some people have to stop and think a lot of times. So these are the things to think about and to practice to improve. Okay. So these are some topics we went through. Describing habits. So this is part 1. Here are some examples. So let's try this together a little. So what do you like to watch on TV? Just notice that with a native speaker, little words like do you, they're not very important. So we say them quickly. Maybe you do as well, but so I don't say what do you like to watch on TV. I say what do you like to watch on TV. So these little words, do you, to, on, they're quite quick. So when you are listening to the examiner, you will hear these words will be fast, but they're not important words really. So if you hear what, like, watch TV, oh, that's very noisy, then you understand the question. What do you like to watch on TV? What do you like to watch on TV? So that's just for practice in listening, if that's your level. What do you do to keep fit? Maybe this one is hard to understand for some people. So fit, keep fit means to be healthy and strong. So you're going to do exercise, jogging, playing sports, walking. These things help us to keep fit. And we don't say keep my body fit, but we say keep, you can say keep fit or keep myself fit. What do you like to cook? What kind of clothes do you like to wear? Okay, so these questions are just about habits, things you do every day, every week. So typical questions are common types of questions for part 1 of the exam. So in this part, you don't need to use high-level vocabulary. Maybe you can use 1 or 2 or 3, but it's mostly just simple, ordinary English. But you want to sound natural, so it's good to use some words like well. Well, sometimes I like to watch this, but other times I like these things. You're going to just be, just say a few things in normal English. And the main point in part 1 is to show you can speak easily in simple English about different simple things, like what you like to do in your free time. So that's the main point. You don't need to show a very difficult, complicated language. And you don't need to talk for a long time, just a short answer. Not 1 word or 1 sentence, but usually, sometimes 1 sentence is okay, but usually you want about 2 sentences, 2 or 3. A little more is okay, but we want about 2 sentences usually. That kind of length of answer. Okay. All right, we have an answer already. Basically, I like to watch BBC, CCN, and talk shows. Okay, good. So that's a good answer, but we want a little more. So you can give a short answer and then give some more information and another comment or example or something or a contrast. So let me just check. I need to move this chat box out of my way. Stuck. Sorry. Let's go back to this. What was I going to say? Oh yes, about adding information. So if I say, for example, I like watching comedy programs, that's good English, but it's too short. So we want to say more. I like watching comedy programs like this. But sometimes I watch these. So some more detail, expand your answer a little bit. What do you do to keep fit? To be honest, I don't do a lot of exercise. I would like to play more sports, but mostly I just walk some places and sometimes play football with my children. So that's an example. So it's not complicated, but it's not just I play football. It's not enough. So be more natural, give a little more information. What do you like to cook? Well, actually, I don't really cook. My wife likes to do the cooking, and on rare occasions, or sometimes I cook, but I'm not a good cook. And if I do, that's maybe enough, but I could say more. If I do cook, it's something simple. Okay, so what do you like to cook? Or you could say, I usually cook rice and curry for my family, but sometimes I really enjoy making some special food. Okay, and you can give an example. We don't want a long story, but you can give more details or examples if you want to. And the examiner will stop you and ask another question if it's too long. But we don't want long answers, just medium. Okay, what kind of clothes do you like to wear? If I am teaching or going to an event or to church, I like to wear more smart clothes like this, smart trousers and a shirt. But if I'm at home, I like to wear casual clothes. I like to just wear a t-shirt, a jumper. A jumper is a sweater in America. A jumper here. Okay, you can say other things, give more details or examples. I see some people are writing examples. Good. Okay, let's see. It's stuck here. So yes, I like to watch. Okay, English conversation, English stories, English movies, songs. Okay, remember to use the S at the end. Stories, because it's many stories, many movies. So use the S. English stories, English movies, songs. I like to see the news. We usually say the news. I like to see news, watch news. You could say I like to watch news or read news, but usually we say the news. And the English Premier League. Okay. I also like cooking. You can say to cook or cooking. I like cooking. I like to cook. Two options. How do I improve my vocabulary? Okay, so a good way is to read a lot, listen to many things, read many things. That helps you to learn vocabulary. Also, practice talking and writing, and then you will find words that you need. Okay, oh, I need this word to write what I want to write, so I'll go and find that word, and then you will remember it because you need it. You want to use it to say what you want to say. So when you practice for this exam, practice talking about you. For part 1, it's talking about you, what you do, where you live, what you like, people you know. So practice talking about these and find the words that you need to talk about your food, your clothes, your neighborhood, your family. So find the words you need to talk about those things, and then you will remember them because you need it and you want to use it. We will talk about part 2 later. I also like to cook, or I like cooking. I like to watch movies. Remember the S, movies on TV? I also like to cook.
Here's something I found
like
on
cooking.
the web. According to myLot.com.
Alexa, stop. Sorry. My wife's parents gave us an Alexa, and it thinks that I'm talking to it. I just control my sleep to keep fit. Okay. Usually I run every day. Good. To keep my we don't say keep fit myself, but keep myself fit. Let me write that down. To keep myself fit. A different order. Sometimes I've lost the message now. I think there are so many messages. Here we are. Sometimes I like to play football. I like to play football and cricket. Good. I go out every morning. Good. For walking and running. Okay, good. Moreover, I drink water too much for a healthy body. Okay. Moreover is a good word, but it's too formal for this. This is just normal, easy conversation. So moreover is very good for writing, the writing part. Moreover, it means and or also. I drink water too much. Remember, too much is negative. It's like I don't want so much. It's too much. So just say, I drink a lot of water. It's better. I drink a lot of water. Or yeah. If in many countries people say too much, but they want to say so much or a lot. Because too much is when we think it's not good. It's too much. It's over the level that is good. Too much. So I drink a lot. I like to cook chicken biryani. I like to wear casual clothes. I like to cook chicken curry. I like to wear t-shirts.
I added chicken curry to your shopping list.
Now Alexa's going to buy chicken curry from me.
Are you trying to shop for chicken curry?
No.
All right.
Okay. I like to wear a t-shirt and pant. Remember to use the S. Also, so I like to wear t-shirts because we're talking about every day. So t-shirts and pants. Pants is always with an S because it's 2 legs. Pants. So pants, underpants, trousers, it's always with an S because it's 2 legs. It's just a funny thing. Pants is American English. So that's good in America and maybe internationally sometimes. But in Britain, pants means underwear. So be careful. So in Britain, we say trousers. I wear a shirt and trousers. So in the UK, in Britain, don't say shirt and pants. Pants is under your trousers, underwear. But in America, pants, yeah, shirt and pants is normal. So let me just write that down. T-shirts and pants. What should I write down exactly? So pants, trousers. This one. Excuse me. Okay. Please be patient if this is too easy for you. For some of you. We are going to move on in a minute. So, okay, let me see. In America, men wear a shirt and pants. Britain, shirt and trousers. Okay. So let's move on. Okay. I wear dresses and sometimes I wear saris or saris. I go to bed early and get up from the bed early, or just get up early to keep my body fit. Remember not to say my body, just to keep myself fit. Since my childhood, or from childhood, you can say. I would like to watch cricket. Remember, I would like to is like the future, something that's not real yet, but I would like to, like tomorrow, I would like to watch cricket. So if it's the past or now, just I like to. It's from the past until now is I have always liked. You can just say I always like to watch cricket. But from my childhood, I have always liked watching cricket or to watch cricket. A craze. A craze is about people, everybody, lots of people like it, but not just you. So we don't say I have a craze, but it's a craze. Like cricket is a craze just now, but it's a temporary, something that's very popular now, but not before, and maybe not later. A craze. I drink sufficient water to keep me fit. Sufficient is a very good word, but it's formal, so that's good for part 3 speaking or for writing. But in normal speaking, we say, I drink enough water. I drink plenty of water. Plenty of water. Let me just finish this off. Okay. Traditionals. Okay, good. Traditional clothes like Punjabi, lungi. Yeah. I'm just trying to read this quickly and make less comments, fewer comments. A few more messages. I like to cook many types of food. Not cooked. Cooked is a past. Cook. I like to cook. I like to eat food. Various types of food. Good. Our country's food. I keep fit and healthy. I go to the gym daily. Usually in English, we put the time at the end. I go to the gym daily. I go to the gym every day. Sometimes at the beginning, every day I go to the gym. But we don't put it in the middle like many languages do. Okay, my favorite dish is biryani. I've heard of biryani very many times. Okay. Good. Okay, so lots of good answers there. Some answers are too short. We need to add more detail. Some answers are good, like 2 sentences. That's good. Okay. So part 1 is quite simple. Just try to get accurate English, correct English, and try to relax and speak fluently. Okay, let's move on to, well, let's look at some more examples of questions quickly, and then we will go into part 2, sorry. But what is the time? Okay, so where's my? Okay. No, sorry, I haven't opened. This might come out of focus. That's okay. All right. So, so to practice part 1, try speaking to other people, to yourself. Try and record it on the phone, maybe talking, answering questions about you, your home, your studies, your work, your hobbies, and just check your English is correct. It's fluent, and you have not just one phrase, not very short, not very long, about 2 sentences, maybe more, and then you will do well. Use a few phrases like well or actually, things like that, to improve the vocabulary and sound more natural. In the course, we will look at many of these words that can help you, but you can just search online for, let me just write this down, something called Fluency Markers. Fluency Marker, it shows things that show you are just kind of connecting things, making it flow more, like saying, well, I think, maybe, or like I suppose, or actually, things like that. So just search for that online and find some good phrases, practice using them. Search for example sentences also. This goes for part 2 and 3 as well. Search for example sentences so you see natural, good English sentences, because some words are used in different ways. Oh, I'm sorry, am I changing the focus by moving? Okay, just a minute. Let me see. Seems clear to me. Okay, we wanted to look quickly at examples of more questions. Where are you? Okay, bear with me 1 moment. IELTS part 1 questions. Okay, here we are. Just go to Zoom now and share. Sorry, I forgot to open this one. And now, where is it? I think it hasn't opened yet. Okay, never mind. We'll look at that later. So let's move on to part 2 and share that presentation with you again. Resume slideshow. Okay, so we'll skip over these. These are some phrases you can use, like actually, I suppose. This is another thing to help you comparing the past and the present. If you want to make your answer longer, with part 1 and part 3 as well, you can talk about the past and the present and the future. So we can talk about nowadays or these days, and when I was, or when I was a child, etc. And also using frequency words like always, sometimes, hardly ever. Okay, learn how to compare things. Practice answering lots of different kinds of questions, like how often, why, where, who, how important. We do this in the course in detail. For example, how often do you listen to music? When did you last go to a concert? Would you prefer to listen to music at home or at a concert? So some questions about music. Here's some questions about art. What kind of artwork do you like? this is maybe a bit more difficult topic. Maybe many people don't look at artwork, but you need to be prepared for something like this as well, but it's not common. So when did you last visit an art exhibition? You could switch the topic to something else like music or sports, and also practice similar questions with those things. These ones are more, question 4 is more like part 3, talking about society in general. Who should pay for public works of art? That's more a part 3 type question. There will be questions about preferences. What do you like? Do you prefer this or this? And you can say, I prefer, or I would rather, or just I like this, I love this, whatever. So do you prefer questions will come. That's just some grammar there and some more examples. Here's some good examples from part 1. What work do you do? What do you enjoy most about your work? Your main duties? Okay, so just get this window out of the way. And let's move on. Okay. Questions about cooking. What foods are popular in your country? So there might be questions about your country as well as you. Do you like to go on holiday by the sea? Are there many hotels by the sea? So it's not only about your life, but can be your country and your experience. But part 2 is going to be different. So the examiner will give you a card with a topic and prompts. Prompts is like, you should talk about this, this, this. We will see an example in a minute. Sorry. So you have 1 minute to think and make notes, and then you have 1 to 2 minutes to talk. The examiner will tell you when to start, when to stop. So I'm sorry if this is all things you know already, but so this is important to practice. It might seem easy to some people and very hard to some people, but it's something you should practice a lot. But you can do it with practice, and you need to, yes, make sure you can be fluent. Keep going for 1 minute or 2 minutes. So that might be hard for some people. You need to practice a lot. For some people, that's easy, but you need to check it's correct English and just maybe add in a few more good phrases and words. So you don't need to worry about the time. Just keep talking and they will stop you when it's finished. But you do need to try and fit in the, finish, say what you want to say, show lots of good English in that time. So let's look at these are some vocabulary talking about people. Here's an example from part 2. So it's always describe a person, a place, something that happened. Describe. This one is someone who is popular in your neighborhood. You should say, so here are the prompts. They won't have numbers, but there will usually be 3 prompts and then 1 explain at the end. Explain why something. So you can follow these exactly, or you can be creative and answer differently, but you need to talk about this topic and show good English and fluency. So it's simple questions. Who is it? When did you meet them? What are they like? What sort of person is he? So it's just practicing, words about talking about the past. I met them 4 years ago when I was a student. They were teaching me something. and something like that. What sort of person? That there's more words to learn there. They're very kind and helpful. A lot of people respect them because they always go out of their way to help people, something like that. But this is 1 minute or 2 minutes, so practice talking for 1 or 2 minutes about different topics, different people and places that you know. Okay, it is something that you know. You choose what person or choose what place. So you think about your life, people and places and things that happened in your life, and practice talking about them to improve your speed, your fluency, your confidence, your vocabulary, and check your grammar. Okay, so this was just some notes and some practice we had. I'm just checking the messages here. What we are looking at is not a book, it's a slideshow that we use during the course. So I won't send it all to you, but if you join the course, then you will get many parts of this on the Facebook group. Okay. That's right. Keep speaking. Keep going. Okay. So this gives you some more examples for part 2. Your favorite story, your favorite weekend activity, a happy occasion, a relative, your best birthday, your best holiday. So you see just people, places, things that happened. And this is just a helpful hint for structure. You can start it like that, and start like this and finish like this. So you don't have to, but this is a good way to start and to finish. But yes, you should finish with explaining why. Like they said, it's not moving for me. Okay, so explain why you think this person is popular. So you should talk about the person. You can change the order of what you say. You can add something extra or miss out one part maybe, but you need to talk about the person and you need to explain why. And it's good to show this, saying the reason why it shows them that this is the end of my talk and this is me explaining. So you make it clear at the beginning and the end. There's some structure there. So when you're preparing, getting ready for part 2, it's good to practice writing notes as well. So give yourself a topic, give yourself 1 minute to prepare, write down notes quickly, some good words and phrases, what order you're going to say it in. So just maybe 1, 2, 3, 4, and write some good words, some good expressions you can use. And you can look at that sometimes when you're speaking to help you. So it's good to have some structure and prepare some good words and ideas. So when you are talking, you don't have to think a lot about what shall I say, what do I say. You have written it down in short form, and you can follow that and concentrate on fluency and grammar. Okay, here's another example. Describe a place you know that has a beautiful natural environment. Okay, so this is because now you are sort of telling a story, explaining things. You might use some more bigger words, some more advanced English, but not very formal. This is not academic English. This is telling a story. But you can put some more, a little more of advanced words and expressions here. You can use more than part 1. maybe, but it's not academic English like part 3. Okay, we really have to stop soon, so let's go to part 3. Just remember, when they ask questions, you can start with a short answer like this. No, I've only been once before. No, but I wish I could. But that's not enough. We need to add another sentence to say more. Okay. So, do you often go to this place? Yes, I go every week. Me and my family love to go there to relax and to have a swim. So we make an effort to go there regularly. So there's an example. So you can give a short answer and then say more, or just start with a long sentence or two. Okay, what's this one? I can't see. Describe a house. Okay. An interesting animal you have seen. Okay. Past event. Okay. I'm trying to get past this quickly. Okay. We talk about a school event. Okay, part 3 is this formal or academic discussion. 4 to 5 minutes. It's the same topic as part 2, so there's some continuation, some link, and that can help you a bit. But it's more general, abstract. Talking about problems in the world and what to do about them. So problems and solutions. Say what you think and why. So you need to practice giving your opinion, saying what you think. I think this because this. That's the simplest way. So I think, yeah, I think this because this. Or you can say, use different vocabulary, like in my opinion, or yeah, and use different words instead of because as well. And you must ask the examiner what they think too. I think every time I practice this or do a mock exam with students, people forget to ask me questions. So you must ask the examiner 1 or 2 questions as well, because it is a two-way discussion. So remember that and practice asking a question as well. So look at different topics like education, environment. We'll look at some examples. Art, culture, food, all kinds of things. Look at newspapers, magazines that talk about different issues and situations and problems in the world, in your country, in the world, so that you get some ideas and some language to use for different topics. Read on the internet, read books, listen to the radio, so you get lots of exposure to different ideas and language to use to talk about them. So that will help you for part 3. And you can look at examples on YouTube. You can watch people, you can search for IELTS band 7 or band 8, whatever you need, and look at band 9 to try and get as good as them. And but if that's too big a gap, from too high above you, then that would be too difficult. So just look at the level you need, or a bit higher than you are, and learn from them. Just remember that people will make mistakes, so you can't copy everything they say. But you will get some words and phrases and ideas from them, and see what kind of questions there are, how long it is. So that will help you if you look at videos of the exam, of practice exams. So here's an example. What do you think is the main environmental problem in your country? So we practiced this in our course, and these are some ideas from the class. So we have a lot more academic words. So you will need to learn words like increase, decrease, or rise and fall. Some words like pollution, deforestation, maybe fossil fuels, some words like that, to talk about problems. So if that's new for you, then do more reading and listening on about problems in the world. You don't need all these words, but some of these words, all these words would be great, but you're not going to just give a long list of words, but use some in your sentences. What could we do? So we have words like plans, short-term, long-term, make people aware. Okay, first of all, also this is about coherence as well, having some structure and connections. Like first of all, also, as well as that, or in addition, maybe that's more written language. You can say firstly, secondly, thirdly, or if it's actually in time, in order of time, you can say first, then, or first, second, third, or first we need to do this, then we need to do this, and after that we need to do this, for example. So some structure and connections like that is good. Okay, just different ideas here. Cooperate is work together. Prevent is stop something happening. So some good words for many different topics. Take action is a good phrase, means do something. Provide means to give or help people have something. Reduce is like make it decrease, make it go down, reduce or increase something. Okay, so yeah, improve, get better, or worsen is get worse. So sometimes there are everyday words like get better, and there's a formal word like improve. So learning these differences is helpful as well. There's a lot to learn, but you don't have to know everything, but learn some good words and phrases for talking about problems and solutions. Okay, and words for saying it depends, in my opinion, things like that, and practice using words like about the future or possible things like will and could and would. Sorry, I need to check the time. Okay, we need to stop now. Any questions? So we have causes, the cause of the problem, what makes it happen, the result, the consequences, what happens, the solution is how to fix the problem. So practice talking about problems, past, present, and what we can do, what will happen in the future. Let me just show you quickly show you some example questions, and I'll stop there because of the time. I have this open already, I just need to the right page. Okay, so for example, part 2, describe a beautiful place to visit. And then part 3, why do you think people like to travel to different places? How do you think tourism will change? Why is it important to protect the countryside? Okay, just to give you some ideas. Family, describe a person in your family, it's part 2. And then part 3, how have families changed? Should husbands and wives do different things? Family or family or friends, what's more important to you? What conflicts, what problems can there be in your family or between family and friends? So just to give you some examples, you can search online IELTS speaking part 2, part 3, and see lots of examples and practice, and see example answers as well. Okay, let me check the chat. Any questions? Okay. Okay, so my dear, is there any more questions? You want to type any questions? Oh, wait a minute. I don't see any questions. What's happened here? Oh, that's... No, I don't want the YouTube one. Stop, stop, stop. Oh, it's not opened for me. What's happening? No questions. Okay. So you can wait and ask Mr. Habib questions about universities and the course if you want to, but I'm finished now. I just wanted to say about the... Let me stop sharing. And I do apologize again for the lateness of this speaking band of scriptures. Just want to say a couple of things about the requirements for band 7+. So one thing is that it needs to be easy to understand. You need to be easy to understand almost all the time. I'm just opening a file to help. You need to have quite good grammar. You can have mistakes. You can make mistakes. That's okay. But for the higher bands, you shouldn't have you shouldn't have the same mistake again and again and again, or you shouldn't have many mistakes that come again and again. So sometimes forgetting something, sometimes getting something wrong is okay, but many mistakes is not good. So you need to have most of your sentences with no mistakes to get the highest bands. You need lots of vocabulary, got everyday vocabulary and more academic vocabulary. You need to have good fluency and connecting words. But that's basically it. I won't go into the details because of the time, but you can check on the IELTS website. You can see the detailed requirements for the different bands. Okay, I will stop there unless there's an obvious question. Okay, there's something there. I can't speak about reading and writing because that's different courses. But if you read a lot, practice writing a lot, that's the main things. There's lots online and there's courses with hassle-free education to help with those things.
This is a reminder. Break time.
Excuse Alexa again. Last question, how to improve cue cards topics. Just find the examples online and practice them. You can see example answers. Get someone to help you practice if you can. All right, thank you very much. I hope that's been very helpful to you. It's difficult when I know you're at different levels of English, different levels of awareness of the exam. So I hope that was helpful and not too fast and not too simple for you. So I hope you will join the course in future and see you again. Goodbye for now.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
Okay, so hello everyone, this is Nafiza. I am a student consultant of Hasselhoff Education, as you all know. So today I hope you enjoyed the class. So how many of you have enjoyed the class with Mr. Steve? Can you please type in the chat box me? Please type in the chat box me if you have really enjoyed the class with Mr. Steve. Yeah, I can see lots of comments. Thank you so much for your cordial responses. So yeah. So without any further ado, I would like to give a short announcement. Like tomorrow and day after tomorrow, we are going to start our orientation classes of our free IELTS course. Yes, you heard me right. We are going to start a free IELTS course, and the orientation classes will be held tomorrow and day after tomorrow. So let me share my screen, which will help you to understand better. So yeah, this is my screen. So hope you can see my screen properly. So the orientation class for our free IELTS course is going to start tomorrow and day after tomorrow. The first orientation class will be held on Wednesday, 27th of April, and the time will be 9 a.m. UK time and 2 p.m. BD time. I would like to request all of you take a screenshot of this. And the second orientation class will be held on 28th of April, Thursday, same time, 9 a.m. UK time and 2 p.m. BD time. I'm repeating, the orientation classes of our free online IELTS course are going to start tomorrow and day after tomorrow. And the first class will be held on 27th of April, 2022, Wednesday, 9 a.m. UK time and 2 p.m. PD time. And second orientation class will be held on Thursday, 28th of April, 2022, same time, 9 a.m. UK time and 2 p.m. PD time. And your course instructor will be Mr. MD Ishan Arifin sir. I hope these things are clear to you. So your course instructor will be Mr. MD Ishan Arifin sir. So yeah. So next, I would like to share like where the classes is going to be held. So the classes are going to be held on our YouTube channel, that is Hassle Free Education YouTube channel. So let me, let me share the YouTube channel link on the chat box so that you can subscribe to our channel to get the live class notification. I have already shared the YouTube channel link in the chat box. Click on the link and subscribe to our channel so that you don't miss any of the class. You will get all the notification. Saifur Rahman said already shared. Thank you so much. So the classes will be held on our YouTube channel, that is Hassle Free Education YouTube channel. And this is the link of our YouTube channel. So make sure to subscribe our YouTube channel and click on the bell icon to get the notification. So again, our orientation classes will be held on 27th of April, Wednesday, and 28th of April, Thursday, 2 p.m. BD time. So mark the date and time. Hope you don't miss the class. And now the homework for today's class, already As and Harif sir shared, but I would like to share again. So today's homework is a lesson with a British native teacher. So you need to speak about the teacher and how long did you enjoy the class? Did you understand his lecture? What did you learn from him? You need to share your experience with us. Like, are you afraid of a British teacher at the first time? Then you can say then started understanding little by little, then understood almost everything. So you need to share your experience. And then do you want to learn more with him? You need to answer the question. And then you need to answer, what if you get 5 classes with Mr. Steve, 40 classes with other teachers, would you be very good in English? At least you can ensure 7+ in your IELTS. So try to answer the question, because we are going to organize the free IELTS course, and the course is going to start from 7th of May. And before that, we are going to offer you 2 free orientation classes, and the orientation classes will be held on tomorrow and day after tomorrow, on Wednesday and Thursday, 2 p.m. BD time. So please don't miss the class. So take a snapshot of the homework as well, and make sure to submit your homework on our Facebook group UK Study Visa. Okay. And so this is the end of our course. So Hopefully you have enjoyed all of the classes of our Speak English in 12 Days challenge. So now, if you have submitted all of your homework, please make an email so that we can issue you a certificate on spoken. So you just need to make an email on international@hnkbusiness.co.uk. This is the email address, and in the subject, you need to mention 12 days speaking challenge or speak English in 12 days. And then you need to answer the following questions like, did you attend or watch 12 classes? If your answer is yes, then write yes. Did you submit your all homework? If you have submitted, then write yes. Then what's your full name that we will put on the certificate? So you need to write your full name and also your Facebook name through which you have submitted the homework. Okay, yeah, I'm sharing the email address. So if you have any confusion, you can call me on WhatsApp or mobile, and also you can send us an email. Let me share the email address on the chat box as well, so that you can send us an email to issue your certificate. Okay, yeah, I hope now you can see the email address properly. Please send the homework in our group. Yes, I will share the homework snapshot in the WhatsApp group and all the details in the WhatsApp group so that you can understand easily. So again, let me give you a short recap. Like, the orientation classes will be held on Wednesday and Thursday, 27th of April and 28th of April. So don't miss the classes. The class time is 2 p.m. BD time. So hopefully you will enjoy the classes. So yeah. So if you have any question, you can type in the chat box. I will answer. Otherwise, we can wrap here. Okay. If you guys have any question, you can ask me in the chat box. Okay. Okay, thank you. So let me show you the homework again. So this is your homework. I will share this on the WhatsApp group. Please try to complete all the 12 homeworks and submit to our Facebook group so that we can issue you a certificate. Share me homework group. Okay. So are you asking about the Facebook group? I'm not understanding, Pranti. Okay, so let me share you the Facebook group link as well. Once again. So yeah, this is the group UK Study Visa. Let me share the group link in the chat box so that you can submit your homework as early as possible so that we can issue you the certificate. Okay, so please submit all of your homework in the Facebook group, and we will share every details in the WhatsApp group. So please stay in the WhatsApp group. Also, please keep an eye on the Facebook group. We will share the announcement and updates there. Yeah, thank you so much, everyone. Thanks for joining. See you next time. Allah Hafiz.